Mike Ditka, the original Iron Mike out of Aliquippa, PA.
Billy Wade finds his great rookie Mike Ditka open. Iron Mike completes a 36-yard TD strike.
Ditka played 12 seasons in the National Football League, equally as effective as a blocker and a receiver.
Staubach drops back to pass, sets up, pass to end zone, touchdown! It's the hammer, Mike Ditka.
He was the first tight end ever inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
I played 2 years in Philadelphia, and they never got over it.
That's why the fans are so mad?
Yeah, that's why they boo so much. They started with me.
As a player and as a man, Ditka crash-landed in Philadelphia.
He didn't want to be there. He was played for a bad team. Didn't like the coaching staff, and mainly didn't like himself. He started drinking and admitted it was a problem.
It's a cop-out. You know, when you find people who lean on alcohol or drugs, then they're copping out. They're weak, and I became weak at that time, and that was a person I didn't like very much in my life. I had no career after Philadelphia. I was retiring when I got the phone call from Coach Landry, and he told me very honestly, he said, "I traded for you." He said, "But I'm not sure you can play anymore." He said, "I'll take a chance on you if you take a chance on yourself." I have so much thankfulness for knowing him and meeting him and him helping me that it's really incredible. And I probably became the best player I ever was in Dallas because I became a team player. I didn't care how many passes I caught or how many touchdowns I made. I cared about the success of the Cowboys and Coach Landry and my teammates, and I really did, and I can honestly say that.
And Mike Ditka. Craig Morton threw for 2 touchdowns of deliberate, painstaking drives.
Morton's rollout touchdown to Mike Ditka, number 89, coupled with a later field goal, gave Dallas 38 points and over 500 yards in total offense. Morton either drilled the ball to the open areas of the Falcons' zone, or when no hole appeared, he used his supercharged arm to muscle the ball through traffic. New Orleans. The Dallas offense acted as if it had never been away. Craig Morton directed an attack which Mike Ditka, number 89, started in place of the injured Pettis Norman, and his touchdown reception capped an impressive 33-17 rebound victory. Dallas fans hope that these are the real Cowboys. Craig Morton brought the Cowboys back with a rollout touchdown pass to tight end Mike Ditka, number 89, and at the half the score was tied.
Using his tough tight ends, Mike Ditka and number 84, Pettis Norman, to shuttle in his plays, Landry assumed a personal share of the offensive burden.
Heroics. A third down look-in pass to Mike Ditka was stopped short by number 25, Rosie Taylor. Dallas was forced to go for the field goal instead of the touchdown.
A 3rd and 6 play coming up. Rucker to the left, Hayes to the right. The ball at the 19-yard line of the 49ers. This is the tight end Ditka, and I don't believe he has a first down. The ball is at between the 13 and 14-yard line. The Cowboys had to reach the 12.5. So it is 4th down, and Mike Clark, the place kicker, comes in.
And rock hard Mike Ditka, number 89. At 1, and Mike Ditka the third, as Dallas won this super slaughter 24-3.
While running off 18 straight plays and controlling 8 minutes on the clock.
To a touchdown. when Staubach split the scenes with a strike to tight end Mike Ditka. In the last quarter, Staubach smartly
placed Roger Staubach and lobbed a tight end screen to Mike Ditka, who reincarnated the Mike Ditka of the glory years with the Bears.
In the first series, Staubach established field position, passing to Mike Ditka.
Landry had watched his team lose the one game that really mattered. Now he looked on as his Dallas Cowboys finally sealed sweet victory. Dallas led 24-3, and for the first time in their history, the crown fit.
Ditka's catching the ball, but he can't hold on to his shoe now. Big Mike, get away, Big Mike. Get that shoe on, get back in there.
Get in there, get in there, get in there.
Take it in.
As we find out after the game is over, in the opinion of the men who played and coached this game, why, the outcome, how it came about. On 3rd and goal, Staubach. Touchdown, Mike Ditka.
The Dolphins had a blitz going again as Buoniconti blew up the middle, but Staubach was able to pick up his tight end. Something that Dallas Cowboys rarely do, and that is throw to the tight end. Here comes Buoniconti, number 85, who took himself right out of the play. He almost got to Staubach, but that move weakened his secondary just enough, as Jake Scott and Dick Anderson had him all by himself and just couldn't stay with Ditka.
3rd and about 5. Really drilled to Mike Ditka. First down at the 47-yard line. Dick Anderson made the tackle. Mike Ditka has his second big catch of the game.
Clutch catch again by Ditka. Staubach on a semi-rollout really drilled it, as you said. Ditka had been lined up on the left side, came across, and just took it away from the linebacker who was covering.
So the Cowboys on 3rd and 4 go to the tight end, and it's a Dallas first down. Allworth to the right, Hayes to the left. 2nd down, 14 at the 18-yard line. Wide left goes the tight end, Mike Ditka. On the end around, Ditka is down to within about a yard of another Dallas score. So big Mike Ditka, who has already caught a touchdown pass today. Watch this now. The fake to Garrison. Here comes Ditka, number 89, the former Chicago Bear. Big block from number 76, John Nyland. Dave Manders out in front, number 51.
Staubach drops back to pass. That's up. Pass to the end zone. Touchdown! It's the hammer, Mike Ditka.
I was part of Tom's first one, and God, that was great.
Staubach drops back to pass. That's up. Pass to the end zone. Touchdown! It's the hammer, Mike Ditka.
That was more important to me than when I won in '85. I mean it.
Ditka played for 3 years in Dallas.
Dick Nolan saw Dallas explode early into the lead.
The multi-splintered Dallas attack rolled one way and often caught the 49ers' flow moving in the wrong direction.
Then, in 1973, Landry asked him to become special teams coach. He served 8 seasons as a Cowboys assistant, but he yearned to be a head coach, and there was only one team he wanted to lead.
I said, what is your goal? You want to just be an assistant the rest of your life? And he goes, no, I want to be a head coach, and I want to coach the Bears. And I said, why don't you write George Halas a letter and say if the position ever becomes available, then you'd be interested in talking to him.
I wrote him a letter in 1978, and I told him that, I'd like to come back and rectify the terms that I left on, which weren't very good, and I thought someday I'd be ready to be the head coach of the Bears. I told him at that time I wasn't ready yet, but I said someday I will be ready and like the opportunity to return the Bears to what you meant them to be.
Now, as I present Mike to you, please treat him as nicely as you did me.
Well, the general perception was, we love Mike Ditka. He's an iconic player, but this is no head coach.
It's an opportunity of a lifetime for me. It's something I've looked forward to.
He knew that I had a thing called Bear pride, and I think that was important to him. Both had a kind of a single-mindedness about us and a common goal. The purpose was to make the Bears special. I mean, the Bears were his life, and they became my life. That was the only job I ever wanted, the only job I really ever had that was worth anything to me.